we have arrived here at the ORCB Gottingen track in Germany for round one of the 10th edition of the EOS series. And I have to say, we are very, very pleasantly surprised. The track, which looked extremely small on pictures, is much larger than expected. I think it's a slight optical illusion because there's no spaces between the lanes and it's all quite packed in. But the place is a good... It's not quite as big as some of the tracks like Dawn and Warsaw and so on that we've seen previously. But it's big enough to rate. So, let's take a look. Here we are coming down the straight. Straight is short. Like the old Southport track, it'll be one big arc, I suspect, rather than a straight line. Sweeper into hairpin. This corner marker is a metal plate with asphalt worked onto it. So quite a grippy surface, not the smooth plastic that we're used to. Nicely marked with red tape, it looks good. Now, short sprint down into this technical section. We've a short double, don't think it's going to present any problems. If anything, some people will be over jumping it and not getting the down ramp. And I would say if you get that down ramp, you're going to have a nice run into the single followed by tabletop, and you should get the down ramp of that also, setting yourself up for another double. Now this double, if you can see the angle of it, is probably going to require a bit of a whip. We will see. And there's a decent sized down ramp on it too. So another sprint, almost the length of the straight, and I really hope that nobody gets stuck in there. Down into another hairpin. Pretty tight at this section optically, because if you're under there from the rostrum, you may feel like you're running on quite a narrow track because of where the white boards on the top are here. So, out of this hairpin. Another double, this one's slightly longer. 4-wheel drive, no issue. 2-wheel drive, I don't think any issue either. Straight down. Little bit of a lump there in the astroturf. That might be sorted out tomorrow. Or it might be left. And another hairpin. Now, the big double. This is probably the largest jump on the track. We're coming out of this hairpin. There's quite a scoop on that jump, so there's going to be lots of air here. This really is a very, very 3D track. And there is a good sized down ramp also. So that will be where I'll be pointing my camera to get all those lovely shots. Then we have your step up onto this undulating back section, which is the longest straight stretch on the whole track, but not necessarily the fastest. So not sure what the strategy is going to be to get up onto this. Quite steep, quite a smooth transition. I can see people pushing loads of speed into that and trying to get rid of it as quickly as possible, so they get as little air up here as they can. And now running down this long section. If I step back here now, you might just see all the different angles in these. So you can see it's up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. I don't know if there is a rhythmic problem to that or not. we'll see what happens. What's the fast way? Do you try and keep the car on the ground as much as possible? I don't know. Okay, now down the end of here, there's a flat and then a fall away into this dip, and then we have one of these, well, it's a jump that if lots of cars go in at once, they can all sort of stack up on one another, or if you follow somebody into it too quick, you can do nothing about it as you sort of catch them mid-air and cause an issue. Don't think anybody's going to be getting the down ramp. Perhaps, maybe in four-wheel drive, might make the down ramp. I suspect the cars will just come up here and try and get out of the air as quickly as they can, plop down, and down onto this down ramp. So that's okay. And a little sweeper round to another hairpin. I love these hairpins. I think these mouldings, for want of a better word, they've made are absolutely fantastic because they're heavy and they've got textured surface on them. I like them. So keeping it tight and neat through here to work around to the chicane. There's more space here than you think. Again, that optical illusion of that sort of rippled, long, straight, back straight, leaning over the track lane makes it look thinner than it actually is. Now in here, chicane, and power back onto the straight. So, looks good. Take up onto the rostrum, which is here. We'll have an overview of everything. I saw the video and the pictures that everybody else saw, and the place looked tiny, and I assure you it is not as small as it appears in those pictures. So here we are. So there's my little track walk. Hope I didn't mumble too much. It's pretty quiet in here, so I don't want to be shouting and screaming. Oh, and if you're not driving, you can go in there and have dinner. Lovely. So, join us over the next 3 days for the EOS Season 10, Round 1 from Gottingen in Germany. It's going to be tight racing. There are some seriously big names coming to race here. Really looking forward to it. Talk to you later.